titled Interstellar Visitation. I wrote it this week, sort of thinking about the sounds of space, trying to create what a comet might sound like in the images. And I wrote for clarinet, saxophone, and also singing bowls. I experimented with filling some with water to change sort of the frequency of pitch. Yeah, excited to share it with you.
Sounds good. And you use NASA sounds, right?
Right, yeah.
Pretty amazing. Oh, Randall, go to present instead of share.
You're still muted, Randall.
Yep. There we go. There we go. Can we see it all right?
You're not sharing. You have to share it and then you present it.
You want to do this?
No.
I don't think so. Here we go. There we go. Thanks. Terrific. All right. Hold on a second. Oh, goodness gracious. Do you see it all right? Okay, good. All right, let's start with the first one. Here's Sam's piece. I think this might be Jordan here. Hold on a second. Here we go.
Randall, if you mute yourself, we won't hear.
That's great. Thank you, Sam.
Great job, Sam.
Our next composer is Tim Guillaume, and I'd like to have Sarah at least set this up so that Tim can say a few words. Sarah?
Yes, I made my video go and not my sound. Sorry. So Tim loves to work in layers, and he did a very tricky thing for the guitar, but Brandon said he could handle it. And then you'll hear these really cool chord things underneath. It actually follows Sam's piece really well. Tim, what do you want to add to that?
This is a piece I made like a couple days ago, and I thought I sounded nice, so I thought I would use it for my koi piece. And I guess we're here now. So
Okay.
yeah.
Thanks, Tim. Great. Thank you, Tim. That's great.
Hey Randall, the guest list is in front of everything on our screen.
Can't really
Yeah, maybe you could. Yeah, I don't know.
stop sharing, and I'll come back. There you go.
Okay.
This is Jordan's student. Jordan, would you like to do a little setup for Nora?
For sure. So this was really cool working on this piece with Nora, because this is actually a score to a film that has not been made yet. So Nora, do you have anything you want to add?
Yeah, there's a series of books. I've actually got the English edition finally with me. It's called Duggery Pleasant by Derek Landy. It should have had a film a long time ago. It doesn't yet. So I decided as a long-term composition project to write the score to the film. My hope for this piece is that you will hear it and want to read the book.
Got it. All right, here we go. Here's the lyrics. There we go.
She stumbled to a world unknown and found her feet, mark of the storm. Her
Terrific. Nora, this is the only score this week that was completely acoustic. You only had acoustic instruments, and well, there was an electric guitar. He was in Los Angeles. I think most of the other performers were here, but where were all the performers? Do you remember?
Some of them were in Minneapolis. I don't know for all of them.
Let's see. Here we are. Nora, you're here. You sang all the parts. You wrote all the words. Trudy's here in Minneapolis. Sarah is as well. Bob Adney. Brennan Bay is in Los Angeles. And the electric bass was in Michigan. That's Jordan Davis. Thanks a lot. And Jordan, you didn't say anything about your playing.
Yeah. Because it was all about Nora. It wasn't
It
about.
was. You're right. You're correct. Okay, so the next piece is by Cartier Lafayette. Before he sort of introduces his piece, Eric, you were his teacher. You want to set it up for him?
Yes. I wouldn't say I was so much Cartier's teacher this week. This was his first time being a part of the Koi project that we were all a part of. And I'm an admirer of his music. He has some stuff on Bandcamp under the name DJ Colored Greens. And he does stuff where I'm like, I don't know how he's doing this, but he has like a beautiful, unique voice. It's really, really cool stuff. I encourage you all to check it out. We just kind of talked music theory this week, and then he made this amazing beat, and then had Eddie, one of our featured performers, play saxophone on it, and Randall, one of the faculty members here, played cello on it. And I'm just excited to hear it.
Cartier, you want to introduce maybe the title and a little bit about the way you worked on this piece?
Yeah, the title, Depression Thoughts is kind of how it sounds, because something I struggle with is depression, and sometimes thoughts are chaotic, and I figured the best way to deal with it is to write it out. So I just kind of did that, and it came together. I'm like, oh, cool. And then I showed it to some of the faculty members, and they liked it. And I said, have fun with it, because I don't want you to be in a depressed state of mind, sort of. So I'm like, have fun with it, and just catch the vibe. And they did that, and I'm glad how it came out. And I was really impressed by the cello. So I was like, oh, a cello would sound fun on this. And it complemented the saxophone to me. So that's about it.
All right. I hadn't heard Eddie's contribution. The way this piece came together is the way Cartier gave it to us is that we listened to the track, the backing track, and each of us worked separately on the improvisation. I think it came together. Great. Thank you very much, Cartier.
Thank you.
All right, this is a piece by Xander, and I'd like Eric to at least talk about a little bit about the genesis of this piece. You've been working on this for a while with Xander. Go ahead, Eric.
Yeah. So this is a continuation of the past koi session we had in the summer, where Xander was working on his dad's, Brentley Davis's movie. It's a short film called Mastermind, and it's really beautiful. And Xander is scoring the film, and there are several key scenes. And this, I think, was the last.
No, it's the first scene.
but the last one that you composed.
Yes.
So this was sort of like a crowning achievement.
Yeah.
So yeah, Xander, you talk about it, but it's
Yeah,
really great.
okay.
It's one of my favorites, I think.
Okay, yeah. So this is this piece doesn't have a title at the moment. It's just called Booth Scene because that's the scene it's in. It is in a booth, as you can sort of see. It's like a restaurant booth or whatever. The scene that it's in is this sort of like really intense, emotional, like kind of a breakup scene. I mean, I don't know if I want to characterize it that way since it's not, but etc. Since I'm not the one that made the movie, but it involves two people in their relationship, and it's very emotionally intense. And I was really trying to like really make something very evocative. This piece is based on a singular like improvisation that I did a couple months ago, and I managed to write it down and work it into this. And I think it came out very well. It has one real instrument, which is it has violins from Louisa. So thank you, Louisa. So go ahead.
Great job, Xander. That's so beautiful. And you know, I think the film's director is here right now. Did you know
well,
that?
my dad. He's not the director. He's the actor, but he's not technically the director, but he's the main actor and was heavily involved. It's his and everything. Oh hey, yeah, Dad, come down. Do you want to tell everyone about it? Yeah. I'm at my dad's right now. Yeah, so. Coming downstairs. Okay. Hi. Hi. Hey, this is my dad. He stars in the movie. Hi. And yeah, you want to tell everyone about it a little bit?
Yeah, it's a film that I'm a mask maker, and I spent 4 years sculpting on the series of one face that ages through 4 ages. Mm-hmm. And then I never really used the masks for anything, and my housemate at the time is a filmmaker, but anyway, he showed him to his girlfriend, and she wrote a script, and then we got together, and in 2 days we shot this film with these really high resolution, powerful cameras. And the only thing we have left is the soundtrack,
which I am making.
Yeah, and the film is it's an abstract silent film, meaning there's no dialogue. It's all done through mime and dance.
Right.
And I play about 6 characters in maybe 7. I don't know. I play a lot of different characters that are all an aspect of the same character. It's like in a dream how you are split into many different personalities, and you kind of dream about yourself, even if there's other people it's all about you. And so it's one psyche being split into pieces and seeing themselves in different lives.
Yeah.
We're going to have a bonus track, because at the end of the after this recital, we'll have a chance to watch the film with the music, and Xander will host that.
Yes, so stick around to the end to see the scene with the music. So, and if you like the music, I think you'll probably like the movie. The scene is PG-13.
Yes.
It's very emotionally intense.
Yeah.
I would call it that. I think it's great. It's very effective. It's great. Yeah. It's really good.
Most people are impacted emotionally by the film when they watch it, to varying degrees. So it's not too much. It's nothing really hyper dramatic. It's just a breakup scene.
It's great. It's so great to have the opportunity to see the film.
Yeah, I'm
with
excited.
The score.
Yeah. Thank you. This has meant a lot to us. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dad. Love you.
Yep.
Cool. Love you too.
Okay. I was the teacher for Max. I just met Max at the very beginning of this this project, and he can talk a little bit more about the genesis. Again, we have 2 performers who are working separately, and we talked in the course of creating this piece about the 7 elements of comedy, and I think Max did a great job. So Max, would you like to talk a little bit about your piece?
I mean, I don't really know what else to say. It's based on, I took part of it from a previous thing I'd written, and then expanded on that. And, when Grindel saw it, he was like, hey, this is kind of funny. Why don't you, try to work on that? And, listen for that. There's a picture of my cat for no particular reason other than that he's cute. Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. I thought it was funny. Thanks, Max. The tremolo definitely made me think of the cat was watching a mouse at that time. Let's try to go on to the next piece. All right, this is Jordan's again. Thank you, Jordan, for the bass. You played electric bass, now we played acoustic, and now we can at least set up and AJ's piece song right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So this week, AJ brought to me one of the, I think this is the last movement of a 19 movement work that she's putting together of some really powerful, a really powerful narrative and a really personal experience to her. And it was just really a joy to have the opportunity to help her bring this story to life in the way that she wants folks to experience the music. And so I'll let AJ tell you a bit more about it.
Yeah, so it's like Jordan said, it's a 19 movement song cycle that's exploring what it is like to live with a mental illness. And this is the final movement of it. The poem is by Emily Dickinson, and it features Maria Jetty, who is not one of our members, but she sang for me the vocal line for this piece.
Thank you. Andy? Okay, the next song is by Nathan, featuring Brandon Bay. Eric, could you at least tell us a little bit more about Brandon and a little bit of the setup of the song before we hear from Nathan?
Sure. I love, first of all, that Nathan is featuring Brandon, who is the guitar player. So shout out to guitar players getting featured. I love the respect. Brandon Bay is, he's a phenomenal guitar player. He's one of my closest friends. We went to school together here in LA. And he's one of our featured performers. So I asked him, and he graciously said yes, he would help out with the camp. And he had a great time, and I'm excited to hear him shred on this. This is like a 90s, this is like a 90s alternative rock song, which is like bread and butter for me. So I hope you all like it too. Nathan, what do you have to say?
Well, first of all, some of the text got turned to white. I don't know what happened there. I just fixed it. If you want to reshare, and you'll be able to see all the lyrics. Anyways, yeah, I kind of set out to write like a 90s alt rock song. Yeah, it's been a goal of mine for a while because that's the kind of music that I listen to, and it's really awesome to write a song that I would be very into listening. And yeah, and in terms of context, kind of dark. It's about a girl who overdoses, and just somebody who misses her.
Back home and sat at home for a while. Got me singing alone and I don't know why. Tried my heart out a gate and I don't know where. She pulls her coat down so it covers her eyes. She watches cars like they were something wild. She told me we would run away from here. To the light, pray to God, oh somebody save me. A fever flashes in her eyes. You've been away for a while, and miss you, miss 17. Looked back home and said there's no more time, that it's overdue and she don't know why. That I blow my ears, tired of being me. She pulls her coat down so it covers her eyes. She watches cars like they were something wild. She leans back and whispers, I am ready. She holds her head up to the light. Pray to God, somebody save me. A fever flashes in her eyes. You've been away for a while, miss you, miss 17. Said to wait for her for a minute, a while. No, she ain't coming home now.
Great job. Nathan, fantastic. Great job. Okay. Jordan, you're on deck again. Can you introduce Josiah, who's going to be talking a little bit about his piece? Go ahead, Jordan.
For sure. So this was really cool to work on this piece with Joe this week, as we were kind of talking about the different things that he likes about being a composer and using different devices and wanting to like study the greats to put that in his own writing. And I was really impressed with where Joe started this piece, and he really didn't need me to tell him very much to get it the way that he wanted it to. So I hope that he likes how it came out, and I'll let him tell you a little bit more about it.
This is a piece that's performed, that is for a chamber orchestra, and it's supposed to have a very adventurous but kind of floating feel to it. That's it.
Great. Terrific. Okay, I think we're at the end of our program. There is a bonus track. We're going to stop recording here in a short while, Xander, but I wanted to sort of say thank you for everybody for coming. It's been a real joy to work with these folks. I really want to thank Brandon Bay, our featured guitarist, and Eddie Codrington, who is our saxophonist who played in a few pieces. It was great to work with those two top shelf performers and all of the other musicians who played acoustic tracks and all of our faculty members you've been hearing from today. And most of all, I wanted to thank all of the creative work of our 9 composers. I want to give them a round of applause. Thank you very much. Okay, I am going to stop recording here in a second, if I can figure out which buttons to push. First of all, let's stop. Oh, I want to do one more slide. Thank you for listening. Composers Online Institute is offering a new 1-week session mid-July 2021 in conjunction with our sister residential program, Junior Composers Summer Programs, and it will be residential only if COVID is gone enough. You can find out more information about that returning to our composersonlineinstitute.org for more information about the COVID and whether we're going to have a camp. So thank you very much. All right, I'm going to stop recording. Thank you.